Again, because of the degradation over time, we don't have a full T-Rex genome, or what have you. I want one, and we're... Kevin, T-Rex genome, write it down. And we don't have one yet, but that's something that we would need to see where the degradation happened and then piece it back together, nanotechnology-wise. John73 with the $37.73 donation. Love it. What are your thoughts on the future of human evolution, given that technology has eliminated or so drastically changed the usual selection pressures that would apply to us? I agree, John, that human evolution has definitely taken a different course than it would have if we didn't have technology. But this is a common argument that I think falls,
the rewards in that care package
easily
could be
fall to the side of, well, humans stopped evolving. Well, that's not true. It's just not going to be as apparent, and evolution is never going to be super apparent. One day we have 3 legs. It's never going to happen. I mean, think of how long we've had civilization. 10,000 years or so with agriculture. Now think of how long we've had real life-changing technology. A couple hundred years? Evolution takes hundreds of thousands, millions of years, and thousands of generations. And so we haven't even lived through a time scale that would allow for significant evolution to happen, to go from, say, a proto-chimpanzee or human to human as a species. So we haven't been on that time scale yet to see something drastic. However, we know humans are evolving. I mean, lactose intolerance, for one, is an evolutionary trait that some people have, some populations have, and some don't. Humans are changing all the time. If you go down to the genetic level, you can see this in real time. If you study bacteria, you can see how evolution is happening in real time. But to see and to guess what the course of human evolution would be over time with technology, that's hard, because it would take so much longer than, the rapidity of technological increase so far outpaces how the human body changes over time. So it would be impossible to say. I want wings.
Care package over there.
Wang Torio Jackson, groovy, says, you mentioned that there's some philosophers that you like. What are some of your favorite philosophers and why? Well, right now I've been reading a lot of Nick Bostrom's papers. He's the guy who came up with simulation theory. He's very smart. And then I also listened to Sam Harris's Waking Up, or is he calling it Making Sense? He's calling it Making Sense. Sam Harris's Making Sense podcast right now, and I like that a lot because his voice is soothing. John F. with the $200 donation for the good cause says, keep it up, you magnificent Norse god, scientist, educator, comedian, evil genius. I don't like that last part, but thank you so much for the $200 donation. Chris Bauer, who I think I highlighted in something before, says, have you read/played SCP? If so, what's your favorite? Actually, we're going to be getting to SCP in just a few minutes.
Rewards in that care package could be a deciding variable. Independent.
Improvised Chaos says, how often should I apply all this organoids? Look, okay. If before you blow dry your hair, which you should be doing, not too hot, but it's after your hair's kind of damp, that's when you take a nice little dab. Ryan Snowberger asks, here's a question. If Atlantis indeed existed, where would it be? What's the canonical explanation of Atlantis? Is it that it's not covered in like a glass material bubble? I don't know. Off the top of my head, one consideration that would determine where in the ocean it would be, if you put me on the spot, would be that when you look at pop culture versions of underwater stuff, it's right? You can see things. Light does not make it very far down into the ocean, because as light travels through water, it is scattered by the water, the molecules themselves, but also debris and all the other crap in the ocean, mostly our plastic. But it's scattered such that light doesn't make it very far, and you can define different zones in the ocean by how far it makes it. It's not very far down before it's like black. So this would give us an indication that if Atlantis were real, it probably wouldn't be at the bottom of the sea because it would be pitch black. And the pressure would be too hard and it would be way too cold for their ripped bottom. So it's probably closer to the surface such that sunlight can still penetrate, and it's not too much pressure so that the Jason Momoas of the world get crushed like a styrofoam can outside of a submarine. With that, let's move on
we've got 30 seconds.
to topic today. I learned about a fun word. Today. So, this here
Charge tower over there.
shows this.
Whatever it is.
Now, if you see that little point in the center
The
of
ring
that,
is close.
this used to be called Vulcan Point, but it's no longer there if you want to look it up, because an eruption this year evaporated that lake. But when this picture was taken, there's a little tiny island in the middle of that lake.
I could have used a good rope.
So, follow me.
Someone wandered
You have an
into our
island
space. Someone else is
in the
over
middle
there.
of a lake,
We should
in the
conduct
middle
a
of an
search right here.
island, in the middle of a bigger lake,
Introducing
in the middle on an island. So this is what you call a recursive island. So this is an island within a lake within an island within a lake within an island. I love this. There are more examples of this. None of them are really named, but there's a Wikipedia page of islands and lakes on islands and lakes on islands and lakes on islands and lakes. And so all the way down the line. This one, again, if you wanted to look it up, it's called Vulcan
the
Point,
subject.
and it's a recursive island. And if I was going to have some kind of super evil base kind of place, recursive, you could do worse than a
until a nearby
recursive
ring
island, because
closes.
this is a crater lake here. That's a site of the volcano where it was, and it was filled with water. Where's your base, Mr. Hill? You'll never find it. It's on an island within a lake within an island, lake. You'll never find it. If you want to try and challenge yourself, try to find some recursive islands on Google Maps, like I would do. Lin Yen Chin says, recursive, why not concentric? Well, because concentric would mean they are all centered on the same center. So concentric circles mean circle within a circle within a circle, but all those circles had the exact same center. These islands and these lakes don't have all the exact same center, or else it would look like a spiral outwards like that.
Throwing jump pad.
PJ White says it's called a caldera. No, I don't know. I don't think it is. Yeah, I think a recursive island would give at least 3 mana if you tapped it. Abdur says, new word I learned, Kyle, defenestration. Death by being thrown out of a window. One of my all-time favorite words. Use it in casual conversation. You just want to defenestrate yourself real quick. I got to get out of this meeting. Sometimes you feel like defenestration.
Throw an arc star. It's go time.
Round 6. Beginning ring countdown.
Luciano Trivelli says on their DNA
Charging on my shields.
if they have not been exposed to radiation. Well, this Luciano, buenasera. This is the machine of evolution. Random
Zontastic says.
When
GGGGGGGG.
That's a zygote.
Zontastic says. That was dope. Zontastic
Your
says.
parents' contribution to
LOL.
DNA going
Are
into
the
you
Apex
is what
champions.
Random
fuels
Rock 16
evolution.
says.
So if mutations
GGS.
didn't happen,
Crack
let's say
6
it works
plus
in the way that
says.
you're proposing.
GG.
Everything had to be exposed to radiation. Well, if that was the case,
Crack 6 Plus says,